Okay, now. Of course, Quendo, lower my voice. Okay. Alright. Okay. Echo. 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 Alright, there. I hate when Windows does that. Alright, so it's Saturday, but and we don't call it Saturday, we call it Saturday. And today you have a chance of winning a PC, but you gotta be part of the team to get it. So let me share this link everywhere. And yeah, Facebook didn't kick in. I'll fix that. Yes, Nina TD, I know I'm late. Alright, let me go fix Facebook if Facebook didn't load. Alright, turn off Facebook. Gratin. Toasting. Alright, grab the key. Yeah, restarting Facebook. And there, Facebook live. Okay. So there, everything now fixed. Alright, let's do our intro. Alright, if you want to support me, please go to my Patreon if you want to support me. So yeah, today's Saturday, but on Dean, we call it Saturday. So today, yeah, instead of getting a stream deck to Alexander TC, you have the chance of getting a TC to Alexander TC. But you have to be part of the team, and the stream a minimum of 3 hours. And again, this is a mid-range computer, so it's got a Core i5 in it, a RTX 5060 in it. So it's all basically mid-range computer, just everything else and all. And if you see right here, you can click on this link, which will open up another link, and there it is. So yes, instead of trying to get it, just that, no, you can just go ahead and, go through lease and lease it out. So yeah. So again, like I say, you got to be part of the team. That in a minimum of 3 hours, and you have the chance of getting this computer today. And this is only for today. Usually Saturdays, we call it Saturday, and they have got a stream deck that they give away. So not today. Today it's a PC. So yeah, you got to be part of the team, and in a minimum of 3 hours to have a chance of getting this computer. Well, computer had a hiccup. Yeah, computer had a hiccup. Hang on, delete the and trying to get taken care of. My lagging so bad. So there, that's working. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do this on my Klingon. 'Cause like I said, I'm trying to level up my Klingon. 'Cause like I said, yeah, let me go back in the line. So yeah, as you can see, this is... There it is. So yeah, this is my Federation officer. Just everything else. As you can see, I pretty much got everything done. Again, you're going to get your reputation all up to tier 6. Just everything else. So your commendation, R&D, for your commendation, you're going to get them all up to 4. R&D all up to 20. Campaign all up to 10. And after the fleet, yes, if you're starting a fleet out, yes, concede 85, you're maxed out. But, like I said, if you're starting out, you're going to go to your Diamantium line, take care of it, get rid of it. Then go down to your research lab, take care of that one next, get rid of it. Everything else is just eye candy. Everything else is eye candy. Alright, so now let's go ahead and switch to the Klingon side. Because I'm trying to get my Klingon side a little up.
Greetings, this is Hugh, Director of the Cooperative Borg and Borg Reclamation Project. I'm assembling a task force to take down the Aetherians, and Command has put your name forward as their specialist on all things Borg. As you know, the Cooperative and its allies are currently trying to track down Syfy. We think we've found her. Will you meet me at Deep Space Nine? I've called for a classified, high-priority meeting with the Alliance. Upon arrival, I recommend you have your first officer dock your ship so we can run some diagnostics on it at the station. We've been working on experimental methods of removing what we believe is Aetherian starship sabotage. We can't risk any further malfunctions. I'll be counting on you and your ship today.
So yeah, like I said, this is the event that everything else and all. We'll get, looks like 33,000, 28,000. So yeah, we get 79 civilian outfit and Odyssey tactical vest.
There is always a choice.
Yeah, let's see what our others are. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good day so far. No, I had not yet, Willy Dilly Silly. No, I had not yet. So yeah, like I said, I got the other ship already unlocked and everything. And as you can see on this one, yeah, as you can see, I've got this now completed, that's everything else. I was going to go ahead and get the D7 and activate the D7 to this account, because I've got the Connie on Jenny, that I was going to get the D7 to this guy. So I've not, shown it yet. But after this here, no, I've not got it yet. I've unlocked the other one. So yeah, what Willy Dilly Silly is talking about is the set here. So no, I've not unlocked it yet. And you can buy it out. And you can see it's got 300. As you can see, it starts out in 400 to die out. Because it is a Zen it's Zen. So, yep. But no, I've not unlocked it yet, Willy Dilly Silly. Yeah. Well, it's like right past it. Yep, that's right past it. Yeah, well, like I said, you saw my last stream. Yeah, I unpurposely, let it go out because I had someone who was asking, like, well, how did the dieback work? How did the second chance work? So I unpurposely waited, just everything else, because as you can see, yeah, I'm down to 300. I unpurposely waited. I did the grind and everything, but I got it down to where it would only cost me 200 Zens to like die it out. So like I said, I had someone tip me $5 to show how the die out works. So I unpurposely waited until I got it down, and of course you can see I'm down to 300. So it cost me 200 Zen to die it out, and I showed how to do the die out, just everything else. So like I said, again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, depending on, this one is a Zen. So as you can see, Zen's active. But sometimes it's Lodi, sometimes it's Zen. But if you've got the thing, you can just buy it out. But if you miss the chance completely, then you got your second chance, which will light up, and you can click on second chance to buy it out and get it. Just everything else and all. But no, that's like I said. And then the other thing I love about Star Trek Online is, now in Star Wars Deal with Total, like, you've got to be there. If you want to get the item, you've got to do the grind, and you've got to be there while doing the grinds at Star Wars Deal with Total. Like, here in Star Trek Online, if you miss out, don't worry. Just wait about, 6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months, it will eventually show up in the nut store. So like here, this is the anniversary set that usually shows up on anniversary. So like I said, if you miss out, don't worry, eventually, like right here, this is the Dork set right here. So yeah, just wait 6 to 8 months, It'll eventually show up in the nut store, and then you can get it out of the nut store. You just gotta wait 6 to 8 months. Because it'll eventually show up in the nut store eventually.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I am filling in for President Okeg, whose presence was requested at Kittimer HQ instead. The other Alliance captains recruited for this mission have already received their briefs and will be heading out shortly. When you're ready, you may take a seat to attend the conference. Until then, feel free to strategize with your allies. I will be observing from the sidelines so I can draw up a mission report once you've returned.
Shouldn't I be joining the Alliance captain then?
Ah, you're right. I should have clarified. Admiral Quinn has informed me that the priority mission is indeed scheduled to begin soon. However, your ship is taking longer to upgrade than expected. You see, we're running your systems through some desabotage diagnostics, highly experimental routines provided to us by the Cooperative, but we hope it'll do the trick. You will be able to join your allies on the front line as soon as it's ready for service.
Okay, I understand. So, now we need to go talk to some people. There's, Mr. and Kozer, as Aaron called them. Or Doctor.
You made it. I saw your ship docked at one of the pylons. Let me guess. Aetherian sabotage, right? Well, if it's any consolation, I hear they're almost finished with the experimental diagnostics they're running. You'll be the first to test them out. With any luck, you'll be joining us soon for what will hopefully be my last tactical operation for quite some time. Admiral Quinn's put in a good word for me with some of his contacts. I'm hoping to go on some exploratory missions after this. You know, less shooting, more talking.
Yes, hoping to see you soon then. Okay. He deems out now the Romulan officer.
You're late, but I am pleased to see you here. The atmosphere is a little tense inside this conference room. Loris has informed us that the Dominion does not intend to partake in this mission. Their fleet is indisposed. In fact, a number of allied powers are no-shows today. Not a great start. I thought I was done with mad demigods for the foreseeable future, but it looks like we've got an Aetherian cult leader on our hands. I don't know much about this syfy88man, but I've heard she's bad news. I better ready up the Lisette and check in with my crew.
See you on the field, Commander. And then the Klingon Commander.
Hoitcha! My patience wears thin, and my bat'leth calls for blood. What are we waiting for? The Klingon Empire restricts itself too much at the behest of others. All this ligament chewing is a waste of time. We should already be on our way to ambush the Aetherians, strike first, and intercept their Devwet Kuvha. And yet the Alliance wishes to host another pointless conference. Count me out.
I'll meet you in battle after I receive my greeting. Glory to you and to your house, Commander.
Please, have a seat.
So, yeah, as you can see, now we gotta sit down. Sometime later.
Thank you all for coming. I know not all of our allies could make it today.
It's not the first time we host a high-priority conference at Deep Space Nine on the threats posed by the Borg. But this time, our mission feels a little more hopeful. Director?
The Cooperative and I called on the Alliance today to inform your captains that one of our nanoprobes has successfully tracked Aetherian Concordium leader syfy88man to the Midas Array.
syfy88man believes she is on her way to seize control of the array and lay a trap for the Alliance. This time, we've come prepared.
We've been working on a strategy against the Aetherians, and have been tracking their trajectory for some time now.
Thanks to the Cooperative, the Midas Array has already been evacuated. Non-essential personnel have been transferred using cloaked Klingon vessels provided by Chancellor Laurel, and false life signs intended to lure the Aetherians in have been planted aboard the array with Romulan technology lent to us by Proconsul Datan.
But that's not all. A team of cooperative scientists and I have been developing an Aetherian diffusion device that we're hoping to use on syfy88man. Our Priority 1 tactical initiative is to ambush her by the Midas Array in order to extract and interrogate her. My fleet is currently split up in an orbit of both the Lucari homeworld and the Jarrett system Dyson sphere to prevent incursions of any kind. Recent events suggest both the Lucari and Iconians are at risk. There's a high probability syfy88man will head to one of these locations next. As the Yasutake is stationed by the Dyson sphere, I'll be needing a ride to the Midas Array. Fortunately, the Admiral, Chancellor, and Proconsul have sent their best ships to assist us.
Are we really certain that Aetherian technology is unable to detect a cloaked evacuation and false life signs?
Perhaps you should ask the Tal Shi'ar, Proconsul. Our latest mission reports indicate the Aetherians were involved with them somehow.
Chancellor, you and I both know that I have no relation to the Tal Shi'ar, or their nefarious activities. Besides, the data found aboard the Harmony was barely legible. It could have been fabricated for all we know.
Please, my friends, let's put our differences aside
Yes,
for
it
the sake
is.
of the galaxy. We can discuss the details at a later date. Our current priority is to safely excise syfy88man and defuse her, if possible.
And why is that exactly, Admiral?
Because we believe syfy88man is the Aetherian Borg Queen.
And if we can get to her, we can get to her entire collective.
You are a worthy ally, Director. But are you really prepared to take on a 200,000-year-old Iconian Borg Queen?
I'm glad you asked. I've got an expert on all things Borg Queen aboard the Enterprise.
Yeah, I kind of noticed it now because I'm losing half the time. So yeah, really silly
Come
was
see me when
asking,
you're
is that really Hugh? Yes, technically this is Hugh from the Next Generation. Now, for the ones that don't know, Next Generation, Borg team intercepted a, crystal the Borg set. So they brought him back on as a drone. Then they was going to implant a bomb into him, this and everything else. But I think it was the Chancellor who started having, like, no, we shouldn't do that. We can't kill these innocent drones. These drones are innocent, this, that, and all. These drones don't really know what they're doing. They're just, following a preset order, and they shouldn't be killed like that. So at the end, the card's like, you know what, we're going to be nice, this, that, and all. Give these drones a chance. And basically gave them a question. Well, like I said, that question, when Q and his team went back to the Borg, when the card gave them the question, of course, they like, okay, we're going to take this question and we're going to take it back. And that created a what if kind of situation. So when the Borg got back to their collective, what if this, what if that, what about this, what about that? And that started a whole chain reaction where Hugh and his drone team started developing a conscience, and it's like, you know what? Yes, I'm Borg, yes, I'm a drone, but what if this, what if that? So they started questioning instead of, yes, I'm Borg, yes, I do, yes, I will assimilate. So, thanks to the card and his team, who created a what if kind of situation. So yeah, this is you from that Next Generation. So yeah, that is him. Alright, let's talk to the Datan.
We will not stand by as the Aetherians threaten to take over the galaxy or bow before tyrants. not ancient Iconians, changeling infiltrators, Terran emperors, or even Borg queens. Good luck today.
You too, Dr. Thon. Teacher Chancellor Realm.
Do not fail me today. Most importantly, do not fail the Empire. The Aetherians bring great dishonor to our galaxy. They lie, trick, deceive, and worst of all, steal from others. These smooth-headed Marhuipu do not even have the backbone to earn their spoils. I would sooner plunge my bat'leth straight into Tassin Fey's 6 eyes than coordinate an ambush. But there is merit to a well-prepared plan. Let us hope that today will be a good day to die.
I plan to return to Startle. Someone needs to live to tell my tale of success. And I talked to Admiral Quinn.
As much as I'd like to see Starfleet return to a role of discovery, I'm afraid its phasers at the ready for now. Above all else, it's imperative the Alliance remains united. Stay safe out there.
You too, Admiral. And due diligence, right there, due diligence. I talked to the director, and again, yes, Gully Dully Silly. Yeah, this is Hugh from the TV show, who, basically took his role back up as Hugh, and has been coming back and doing these little, clips here and there, and Star Trek shows, and this, everything else, and of course the Star Trek game. So yeah, this is Hugh from the one where the card gave them the question and sent him back to the collective with, hey, go this, because we can do this, go this, because we can do that, instead of turning it into a bomb. And yeah, originally that's what the whole idea. The card and his team was going to send them back in as a bomb, completely, self-destructing the collective. But I think it was Counselor Troy, I think. It might have been the doctor, I forget. I'll have to go back and watch the show. But, yeah, either the doctor or the counselor was like, no. This is a person. Even though he's a drone and he is, following set orders, that he's a person. He's a being. He's got feeling. He's got emotion. He's a person. So let's not send him back as a bomb and wipe out everything. Let's try to give him a chance to, make himself better, improve himself, make himself useful. So, like I said, instead of sending him back as a bomb to wipe out the collective, no. He went back asking questions, which created conscience for him and his team. So yeah, this is you.
Thanks for meeting me here. The captain should be arriving at the Midas Array any minute now. Here are the details of our mission. I've been working on a diffusion device for some time now, together with the Yasutake's first officer, Commander Duff. In essence, we've modified Admiral Janeway's neurolytic pathogen to make it compatible with the Aetherians. Instead of neural disruption, this device uses a retroviral agent to break genetic fusion and revert drones to their pre-fusion state. Here's the catch, though. We need someone to spread this virus for us. A liberated Borg is the ideal candidate, as they'd be able to tap into the Aetherian subspace frequencies.
So, that would be you, right?
That's right. Or the XP ally I've called in. If we target Tassin Fey, we should be able to sever the Aetherians from their queen. Needless to say, it's risky, and could lead to widespread chaos within her collective. But even if we fail, as long as we capture her, we'd still be able to use her as a bargaining chip or interrogate her. We've only got one shot at this. This is a single charge diffusion device, so we'll need to be quick and smart. Looks like I'm down a fleet today, so I'll be traveling with you, if you don't mind. I hear your ship is about ready.
Alright, looking forward to teaming up with you again. Let's do this. Now, yeah, when I was doing this earlier, when Aaron was watching my stream, Aaron kept noticing, look right at the Lord. Aaron, question is like, you had little dogs, right? Well, yes, I do have little dogs. One, the one, he's 65, but he's still in the storyline because if you go to him, he's still flying the Miranda ship. So he's still, starting out in the storyline stuff. Whereas my other one, yeah, he is 65 too. He's gone through the storyline, but he's at the starting part, Kings and Queens. So he's not there yet. So after I get done with that, now I'm going to be switching to him and getting him through the story because, Aaron was thinking, you keep talking about Luther the Dogs. Aaron and me started talking. What if I play the Luther the Dorg? Is there extra dialogue that might kick in because I'm the Luther the Dorg? So yeah, after I get done with this, now, I'm going to be switching to my Luther the Dorg and pushing them through the story to see if there's anything new. So yeah, anything new.
Lieutenant Kagrash has informed me that your ship is ready for service. Good luck out there.
Alright, so we've done everything. Now we can go ahead and leave. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Damn. The Aetherians must have seen us coming somehow. Proconsul Datan was right. Let's act quickly. We need to search the system and get a debrief from the Alliance captains. Long-range sensors suggest the Bortesque is critically damaged. Let's go.
So yeah, like I said, Aaron, after I get done with this and all, I'm going to break the stream and restart the stream. 'Cause like I said, I do want to get that PC. So that will help me get my 3 hours in to the PC.
Captain Corin, the Bortesque has sustained plasma conduit ruptures across several decks.
Hold your position, Captain. We'll begin repairs with a low-frequency gamma weld.
So yeah. But it's only through today, through Saturday, you have the chance of winning a TC because you gotta be part of the Dean team to get it. I like it, I can't click on them. Oh no, there it is in front of me. Okay. Yep, there it is. So yeah, I thought that was the ship, but no it's not. It's right there in front of us. Alright, there's the plasma lake.
Director, I see you do not back down from a challenge. Your assistance is appreciated.
Assistance we better redirect to the Lisette. Let's move.
Yeah, let's go to the Lisette.
the Lisette. Do you copy? We're being tailed by a drone ship.
Commander Jirok, this is Director Hugh. Copy that. We're on it.
An Aetherian frigate.
Nicely done. My compliments to your tactical officer.
You're a welcome sight. It seemed your delayed arrival is now turning out to be vital to the success of our mission. Not a conclusion I would have been able to draw by relying on logic alone.
Happy to help you. Where's the Enterprise, though?
Past the array. However, the exact position is unclear. The Aetherians have severed the Lisette's comms link with the Enterprise.
Speaking of sabotage, I don't see any Aetherians anywhere. What happened here?
Full systems malfunction. Before we set off on our mission, Alliance vessels received a comprehensive security sweep at Deep Space Nine. Unfortunately, the sabotage went undetected, which is cause for concern. To my knowledge, the Aetherians have never been aboard the Lisette. This means their plans are either being carried out remotely, or that sabotage technology was discreetly brought aboard. But they're here all right. We're still investigating, but if you'd like to witness the malfunctions yourself, you can head to the Midas Array. The Romulan Republic did not only plant false life signs, but a surveillance system. Approved by the Alliance, of course.
You're always one step ahead of them, Commander. Good job.
Thanks, Commander. Cause for concern indeed. We'll head to the array as we search for the Enterprise.
And set a course to the array. Gather data, let's see what happened.
Captain Sean, this is Commander Jirok. The Midas Array has been tapped. My crew is standing by.
Copy that, Commander. Fortescue, This is the Enterprise reporting in. We are in position and ready to intercept the Harmony. Captain Corrin, do you copy?
Captain, I've received an emergency transmission from the Bortiskew. Cloaking technology has been compromised. The Aetherians could get a visual lock on Corrin's crew in moments if we do not act swiftly.
Damn. Well, still no sign of the Harmony. And the Bortiskew is showing up on our sensors now. This is not good. Commander, could you get closer and provide a status report? The Enterprise has to maintain position.
Agreed. The Lisette is temporarily abandoning position. Helm, set a course for the Bortiskew, but keep a distance.
Enterprise Lisette. This is Captain Corrin. Bortiskew. Comms have disrupted. The spineless enemy has...
Captain Corrin, do you copy? There's no response. Enterprise, the Lisette needs to get closer in order to scan the Bortiskew, or beam down if necessary. Wait. Enterprise, the Lisette systems are shutting down. Something is overriding our cloaking technology. Captain Sean, do you copy? Sean? Vakel?
It looks like the Alliance ships were sabotaged, but at different times. As if Tassine Faye had planned to incapacitate the captains in battle. But something went wrong. Why not trigger the malfunctions in one go? Get everyone at the same time. And why the Bortiskew first? It all feels a little erratic. I wonder if our ambush took her by surprise after all. We need to reach the Enterprise and get to the bottom of this.
Agreed, Helm. To the court to the Enterprise. Coordinate recorded. Order the arrived surveillance footage. So, yeah. Toss to the side of the backfiring.
Look who showed up to the party. Just in time to watch my ship get towed into oblivion. Poetic.
Glad you're in such good spirits, Captain, but it's not time for goodbyes yet.
The Aetherian fleet.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Tossing phase on that ship. Don't let it escape. I bet she's already powering up a reality vortex.
On it. We'll disable the Harmony's EPS grid and quantum phase generators. The Harmony's weapon systems are down. Now's our chance to disable that tractor beam. That's it. The Harmony has been disabled.
Alright, I took another red alert.
You just prevented my ship from getting booked on a terrifying interdimensional flight. The offer of a one-way ticket to the Aetherian homeworld isn't entirely uncompelling, but it's the complimentary side of assimilation I take issue with. I'd love to stay and chat about how grateful I am, but we've got an Aetherian boarding party on our hands down here. What's more, Commander Kiona has just notified me that Tassine Phase decided to join her little friends aboard the Enterprise. A hell of a situation we've got on our hands, but perhaps this is a blessing in disguise.
Captain, her on the line sure sounds like a better option. What do you say, Director?
You're right. My colleague is already aboard the Enterprise waiting for our arrival. Hopefully this gives us an advantage. Ready to beam down on your command.
Alright, let's go.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise. Here's the plan. We need to secure the ship. There's no use capturing Tassine Faye if we're fused by one of her drones. We also play by Alliance rules, which means helping any survivors we come across if we're able to. Speaking of allies, my neural link received a ping from a subspace beacon originating from the ship's computer access room. That'll be my colleague. We'll need to team up with her to improve our odds. Remember, we need a liberated Borg to act as a conduit to defuse Tassine Faye.
And right there's where Aaron started wondering, well, what about if I played as a liberated Borg? Would you get more of the dialogue if you're as a liberated Borg? And again, yes, ladies and gentlemen, liberated Borgs are lifetime numbers. You have to be a lifetime number to get a liberated Borg. I do. I've got one that's 65, but he's still flying the Miranda ship and still starting out in the storyline. And then I've got another one who's 65, but he's not done the Kings and Queens story. He's at the start of it, where I'm starting the Kings and Queens storyline. So yeah, I'm going to be working on him today, get that and also that way I can do my 3 hours and hopefully win this PC today, hopefully. But again, like I said, yes, usually it's Saturday that we call it Saturday at Theme. But today, instead of the No God of Stream Deck, note Alexander PC is giving away a PC that you got to be part of the team and also doing a minimum 3-hour stream. Alright, tell me more about your partner.
Fellow liberated Borg, former unaffiliated vigilante to some, galactic hero to others, and as loyal as they come. She'll tell you the rest.
Okay, like the meter.
Lead the way. Aetherian drone up ahead.
Diplomacy is futile. Fusion is formidable.
The doors ahead are locked. We need to find a way to bypass security protocols.
I'm curious. Okay, why is it not picking up? Ah, because I'm full, that's why. Hey, let me get rid of the junk. Now, me and Aaron, we like to do exploring. Okay, that's where we come out of, right there. Yeah, that's where we come out of. So yeah, instead of going straight through, nope, we gotta find a way around. And here's the first one. So again, you've got a side mission that you have to do, and there's an accolade if you complete it. Platinum League. Disable force field.
Didn't know you were a force field specialist.
Yeah, the Klingon on a Federation ship, yeah.
Fusion is the only final frontier. It is clear now.
Final frontier.
Why explore the galaxy when your mind can become one with the all-knowing ether?
I'm glad I'm not fighting these drones alone. There's something odd about the way they say their axioms. Sounds a bit familiar.
You're right, I hear it too.
The security room. I bet we can bypass lockdown protocols from inside.
Alright, another optional right here. So that's 2 at 6. Unlock door.
Look out for anything that might be useful.
Alright, here's 3. Here's like a lower object back here.
This is Commander Philippa Matthias, counselor on board the USS Enterprise. I don't know how much time we have left. The ship has been compromised. They've taken one of our ensigns and done something unspeakable to them. It's only a matter of time before they find me. Oh God, they're coming. Commander Kiona, tell the captain that...
That's it, it's recording, and she's, off.
We need
Alright.
to disable security parameters to open the doors to the computer access room. I'll cover you.
Alright. So another one. This is 4 out of 6. Alright, so we're not going to do that just yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the panel.
Nicely done. Let's return to the computer access room.
Okay. Cutscene.
Your collective was imperfect. Join us so you may finally ascend.
The only thing ascending in here is my frustration with you.
Fuse and you shall know perfection. 7 of 9. Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
How about you fuse with my right hook? Thanks, but I've got it. What took you so long?
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. 7 of 9.
So you got any tips on how to take these suckers out?
I do, actually. Shut down the transporters and compromise the reactor core.
Oh, perfect. I'll keep it in mind. Well, would you look at that? I was wondering who the classified contact Hugh's been speaking so highly of was. It's been a while, but I'm glad it's you. I take it you're familiar with the plan?
Yeah, I had a feeling it was you too, 7 of 9. Yeah, as it stands to the ship and its crew and extract there.
That's right. The director here also shared some tactical information with me from his time aboard the Harmony. With any luck, our game of Catch the Queen should go a little better than your last run-in with the Aetherians.
I look forward to no longer being a pawn in their game. So the fuse device only has one charge, right?
High risk, high reward, I won't deny it. But our odds are good. This extraction is now happening on Alliance territory. And we've got 2 liberated Borg candidates who can act as defusion conduits.
You make a good point. Hang on. I'm receiving a distressing signal from Captain Sean.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Sean. Tassine Faye is on the bridge.
Hang tight, Captain. We're coming.
This is our chance. Lead the way, 7.
We'll be right behind you, 7.
We can access the bridge from main engineering. Follow me. So, Director, how confident are we feeling about this defusion device?
I'd say about 75%, give or take.
Alright, so there's another objective right here in the corner. So this is start at 6. Alright, let's explore the room. There, it doesn't look like no more optionals, no nothing. Alright, let's go to the next room. Alright. Okay, that's where we come in at. That console right there, we unlock. Here's 7-9 telling us to come here.
Reversing emitter node polarity. Destabilizing force field integrity. Let's go.
And there, third field down. Okay, we're missing one person. Not laying on the floor, is it? No.
Through fusion, we are...
Step away from it.
She's escaping. Transport trajectory confirmed. She's heading to the Lisette.
Raquel Shawn, you no longer need to bear the burden of being a sole survivor. We can become one.
What on? Are you talking about my family? How the hell do you know about that?
Don't get distracted, Captain. They're messing with you.
Enemy targets on center.
Alright, we're missing somebody. Okay, where is he? I think I see him. No, I thought I saw somebody on land right here. Okay, actually, we're missing somebody. Alright, let's talk to the captain.
Director, 7. I can't thank you enough. That was a close call. Once this mission is over, I'll be heading back to Deep Space Nine for repairs and repose. That's if any of us make it out alive.
Captain, undersea and priority message from Lisette now.
Enterprise, this is Commander Jirok. It's good to see you're all in one piece. Our comms are up and running again, but internal systems have been sabotaged by the Aetherians, including our Singularity Core. Requesting immediate assistance.
Commander, Tata just loaded your ship. They shot are on the way to you.
We can't let that Singularity Core destabilize. Its collapse could cause a chain reaction across this region of space. Our team will head to the Lisette. Captain Shawn, your crew needs you here. Let's keep in touch.
Yep, let's beam to Lisette.
I'm contacting you from the bridge. The Aetherians have sabotaged the Lisette's internal systems. We've managed to repel boarders, but they've blocked off our path to the Singularity Core. They're plotting something.
Maybe they're trying to collapse the Singularity to open a update threat. Any casualties to report down?
Many, unfortunately. To add to that, most of the ship's doors, consoles, and turbo lifts are malfunctioning. We used some of our last power reserves to beam you aboard our Singularity Core deck. I'll have to guide you remotely.
Alright, what do you need, Commander?
Your team will need to reroute our emergency power supply to conduct repairs and access our Singularity Core. As you can see, environmental systems are offline and visibility is limited.
Alright, let's get to work here.
Sending over command-level clearance codes. You'll need them to move on freely. There are repairs to conduct beyond those doors, but you'll need to pick a path. Our power supply is too low to open both at the same time.
Alright, now, the last time we did this, we went 7 to 9. This time, let's go with Hugh, and let's see what that's like. Alright, unlock hallway door.
This is a security override console. Let's reroute the power supply and open up the doors.
Oh yeah, that's right, little mini game. Okay, so it takes you to the same area. It just takes you to the same area.
The Lisette looks worse for wear.
Continue.
The ship has seen better days, no doubt about that.
Tell me about it.
These consoles power life support and airlocks, but the isolinear chips are misaligned.
On it. You're losing power.
Power is being diverted from their systems.
You lose power.
All right, one more to go. It worked. All right, I'm only detecting one affected area left. Let's go.
Platinum leak, can't go that way. Reroute power.
Looks like you unlocked a security log.
Directed energy, actually completed.
This is Lieutenant Hugh, Tactical Division. I am still unable to locate Sub-Commander Zional despite my best efforts. The Aetherians swarmed the Lisette, ignoring most of the damage dealt by my disruptors. They locked us out and overrode all of the ship's systems, despite leaving many wounded in her wake. This Tasi Bay seemed uninterested in exchanging phaser fire with us, heading straight for the core instead. Lieutenant Salon's security report indicates the Aetherian's life sign was last detected in the Singularity core room. As I am unable to access it from this deck, I will reluctantly transfer our medical unit instead, and guard the survivors until I receive new orders from my commander.
Straight to the Singularity then, huh?
Can't think of a good reason why a Borg queen would do that. It's also a little odd to be putting herself on the line like that, don't you think? And again, these Aetherians are Iconian Borg. Maybe their motivations are harder to determine than your average collective.
Lady, let's move on.
Great. Repairs are done. Singularity room aside. Let's head back to damage control.
I totally did that. Yeah, Platinum Lake's still going.
Thanks to your efforts, power has been restored to this deck. The Singularity core is now accessible. Stand by to receive the room's access codes. Hold. I'm receiving a transmission from the Bortiskew.
So am I, just like transmission.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Corrin. I have a visual on the Aetherian pit Hach. Tassine Faye and her followers have boarded the Bortiskew. Her treacherous drones are not holding back. This is a fight worthy of a Klingon. If you are brave, you will join us in battle.
Damn, thought you'd keep jumping around. How soon do you need us over there?
Hold that thought. Logistics are up and running again. Our intel indicates that the Singularity core has been tampered with. If it collapses, it's game over. For everyone.
Oh, we could split up.
Agreed. It's the only option. What's the play?
You and Southern know the internal workings of the disused device. I'll take the Singularity core. Besides, I had some experience with Aetherian sabotages.
Glad you offered. I was thinking the same thing. With Commander Jirok's guidance, one person should be enough to repair the Singularity core. But don't take too long, you're gonna miss all the fun.
I won't. Good luck.
I'll guide you through the Singularity core repairs. First off, equip an EV suit.
And again, like I said, I already had an ED suit already, so apparently they make you put a Romulan one on. So yeah. Equip the Romulan ED suit instead of my Klingon ED suit.
Captain Corrin, this is 7. 2 to beam over.
A Romulan ED suit.
The Aetherians fried some of our gravity generators. Really changes your perspective.
Jirok, this is Sean. I'm getting reports of Borg incursions close to the Juret Dyson sphere.
Focus on collecting data from nearby consoles. Sean, I'll contact command. Scans show the sabotage device you removed was sending a signal to the Harmony. Another device removed. This one was emitting a destabilizing resonance pulse. Logistics point to a final anomaly past the core. You'll need to power it down. It's beautiful, isn't it? The Singularity Core. Controlled chaos. Unmatched potential. Don't let that fool you, though. If the containment field fails, we'll begin to demolecularize. Initial scans registered a single anomaly. Turns out we're dealing with the trifecta.
Okay. So now we need to go inside or below it, and fix some platforms. Come on. There.
Plasma conduits have been repaired. 2 more points to go. Sending you the coordinates. Subspace anchors have been stabilized. Sending over the final coordinates.
This is 7. How's it going? We could use your help on the Bortisque.
Quantum diagnostics are back online. Now that core stability has been restored, I'll reroute main power back to all systems, turn the core back on, and head down to your deck. Thank you for your assistance. I'll take over from here. Patching you through to the Bortisque.
Anything to avoid a collapsed singularity core.
While my warriors have been crushing Aetherian enemies through fire and flame, you have been floating around on the Lisette, tinkering with broken technology. Enough! Now is your chance to die with honor, and put your dashekme where your mouth is. I have a lock on your coordinates. Transport in 3, 2...
Wait! On inside the singularity core! Alright, so there's an optional on here as well. You gotta find 6 crew people.
We must secure the bridge. Good. You live to fight beside us still. The Aetherians and their spineless leader have dared to board the Bortisque and set it ablaze with their sabotage.
They seem to forget that the Empire was Thor's Empire. What are your orders, Captain?
That's the spirit. You must pick up a fire suppression device if you wish to die honorably. The device, however, must be repaired first. Those worthless swines have sabotaged most of our equipment.
Alright, copy that. Let's get started. And as you can see, since I'm an engineer, yep, I get an engineering ability. So as you can see right there, since I'm an engineer, yep, I get an engineering ability.
Extinguish the flames and join your allies in battle.
Good, you're here. We're a little outnumbered.
From two hearts to one, fusion is glorious.
So yeah, there's our first optional.
To sabotage a Klingon ship is to provoke the wrath of 1,000 bottlets!
Well, we said it would be nice to go somewhere warm for my next job. This is overkill.
Okay, there's one right there. So let's go back here. Make sure. Okay, I don't see anybody on the ground. Okay, here's the second one. Okay, third one up here on the bridge.
Still no visual on syfy, but there are plenty of drones around.
Can't tell if I'm inhaling smoke or if that's the taste of defeat. Where's syfy?
Corin, this is Jirok. There are reports of multiple incursions taking place in the Kittimer system.
No, excuse me, what now?
Hoitcha! My comms officer will notify Cadrin. May their battle be as glorious as ours.
Alright, we better keep moving then. Alright, just as you get rid of that one, you've got this one right here. So that's still at 6.
More Aetherian borders on the lower level. Stay sharp and look out for survivors.
Oh, I'm dead. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. I have got to go take care of another nature call, but I'll be right back. I have got to go to the bathroom. Let's see anything. Okay, now, Hugh. Yeah. Yeah, apparently the medication of mine causing me to go to the bathroom more often. But, like I said, yeah. Yeah, right. Sit back down, get my headset back on. So yeah, the medication I'm on causing me to go to the bathroom more often. Yeah. C79 got me back up. Alright, so yeah, sorry about that. I thought I could hold it till the end of the mission, but nope. Like I said, medication alone causing me to go to the doctor more often. Alright, so we're now 4 out of 6. Make sure we got everybody. Yep, somebody right here. Died.
Alliance team, report to the mid-level of the bridge.
Yeah, she wants it to go that direction. Alright, I'm gonna go that kid, because last time we missed somebody. Okay, I'm not seeing nobody. Alright, this is where we come across. We get the one guy right there. Nobody in that corner. Yeah, 'cause last time before we got to the end, we was missing one person. They was like down here somewhere. Not back here. Alright, let's talk to her. We're missing one person.
Though these flames make for a glorious battle scene, suffocating is no way to reach Stovercore. We need to repair the Bordeskiew's ventilation system and clear all debris so we can find this Aetherian Kek.
Yeah, the north exit we split up. I'll work on opening at the vents.
You're right. I'll stay with Corin and help clear the debris. 7, I recommend you and I split up in case something goes wrong on either side.
Right, and one of you need to defuse the test today. 7, I guess you with me then. Distinguished flame.
You got it. Let's get to work on these vents. Formal training or just impeccable instinct?
We've cleared an area of debris. Smoke is subsiding.
My internal sensors are reading one more ventilation console up ahead. Forged in fire, right? It's almost ironic now. You know, something's telling me we are going about our trap the wrong way.
Debris has been cleared.
Ventilation's back online too. Heads up, I'm picking up on Tassine Faye's exact biosignature, but the signal is fading. I don't see her up there, though. Can anyone get a visual?
Continue.
Visual or not, we must clear this debris. If the Aetherian leader is hiding behind it, she will die a coward.
Let's clear it up then. And there's the tunnel one right there.
Damn, she escaped.
More Aetherian borders.
How do they keep bypassing all of the Alliance's security parameters?
Oh, fuck! What is this filth doing on my view screen?
I'm not sure what that is on your view screen, Captain Corrin. Maybe an Aetherian sabotage subroutine? Either way, no sign of Tassine Faye. The biosignature is gone.
You're stuck in this loop. She just keeps jumping around, isn't she?
Incoming transmission from Captain Sean.
Captain Sean, what's your situation?
Alive, but not well. Sorry to say, but Tassine Faye is back on the Enterprise. I'm opening up a multi-channel with the Lisette.
Commander, how's the Lisette doing?
The Lisette is stable, for now. But I suspect my vessel is next on Tassine Faye's list of destinations. What's the plan?
Gain and capture the Queen isn't, going as through the plan.
Know thine enemy. An Earth saying, I believe. Tassine Faye is one step ahead of us. We must get one step ahead of her.
Right, let's drop her when she least expects it.
That's pretty good, actually. The Harmony's disabled, right? In essence, the Alliance has control of it until Tassine Faye decides to initiate repairs, but that doesn't seem like her priority right now. Most of her drones are beaming onto our ships while her own shields are down. We could beam onto the Harmony while the Aetherians are distracted and lay our trap there. A couple of pattern enhancers, maybe some arson, little vandalism, you know, something to get her attention. Wouldn't be on our turf anymore, but we'd have some time to set it all up.
What's a shot? Where should we go? When should we start loading?
The reactor room. I remember Admiral Kumarke say something about how the core seemed important to them. Maybe we can do a little sabotage of our own.
Seeing she tried to initiate the Lisette Singularity core. That checks out. Let's go do it. Captain, the set is yours.
Your assistance aboard my vessel has earned my respect. But you are mad if you think any of the Alliance captains are willing to sit out on the fight of our lifetimes. On the way to the Midas Array, Sean, Jirok, and I swore to each other that we would see this plan through to the very end. We shall join you aboard the Harmony. Commander Boroth will take over in my absence.
Fear not, but my good thoughts is to stay behind and defend the Alliance ship, starting with your ship.
A worthy compromise. I accept. Our deeds today will be the ones that echo through the halls of Stovakar. Kapla!
And we're not going to jump yet, because we've got loot to pick up. And one final optional right here. There. Optional completed. And yeah, it's the Matrix. It's the Matrix. Alright, speak to the captain.
A worthy compromise. I accept. Our deeds today will be the ones that echo through the halls of Stovakar. Kapla!
Cut cloud, danger harmony.
All right. Looks like we're all accounted for. My nanoprobes are detecting a single Aetherian life sign nearby. It's phasing in and out of existence. This reactor room also looks a little different since my last visit. I guess they redesigned.
It's likely to harness the exotic interdimensional toxicity. Well, no signs of toxicity or any of the drone 79 are you okay?
Life sign. It's accessed my neural transceiver and initiated contact through the collective subspace network. I think it's the reactor core. It's calling itself a tether to the ether, one of many Unimatrix chambers. Change of plans. We use the diffusion device on the core instead. I get the feeling there's a chance it could spread to the rest of Tassim Faye's collective, but we'd still need to trap her and hook her up to it to bypass any Aetherian encryptions.
Is there something that caused it to have tested here before?
No, it's not. How do we know it'll even work? It's intended for a singular, partially biological life form. This is a reactor core acting as a subspace network.
Continue.
I can't explain it. You weren't there when I accessed the Queen cell on board the artifact. Reconnecting to the collective as their temporary leader, it changed me. I think this ether recognizes me as a viable Borg Queen.
The plan sounds risky, but certainly plausible.
I don't know, Seven. Injecting a whole collective with sudden individuality could have disastrous consequences.
And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a clue to the next generation group where the card was going to use them as a dawn to wipe out the collective that I forget again. I think it was either the doctor or the counselor. I forget who it was. Who's like, wait a minute, he's a person, he's a being, he has emotions, he has feelings. No, we shouldn't send him back as a dawn. Instead, let's try to evoke, feelings into him and get him the conscious, so that way he's no longer a drone following orders from the Queen. No, to give him a what if ability of what about this, what about that, what about, this situation, what about that situation, a what if feeling, so that way he would start developing a conscious instead of just being a drone following the Queen's orders and wiping out everything by assimilating them. So, yep, there's a clue right there.
I know you're worried, Hugh. But Picard couldn't have predicted the chaos caused by your individuality when you returned to the collective. We know better now. If I act as the conduit and transfer Tassim Faye's authority to me, I can program the diffusion to be gradual. I've done it once, I can do it again. Trust me, I can do this.
I trust you, 79.
All right. I trust you too. Remind me of the new plan.
Alright, continue.
Lay down the pattern enhancers close to the reactor core and target it to get Tassim Faye's attention. If this works, this ether should send her a subspace transmission through the core, prompting her to return. We can then prevent her from beaming back out. Once she's trapped, I'll hook both of us up to the ether and transfer her powers to me. If we inject the pathogen straight into the core system, we should be able to defuse any drones connected to it. Gradually.
She won't go down easily, so let's get started.
Can you get those pattern enhancers placed? We'll cover you.
Alright, so before we get started, like I said, when you're here, I started running around, I was planting them, but as I was coming back to this way to plant the last one, I noticed that these captains are standing by looking at something. This, that, and all. So you got the Cleon looking at this one, Duranian looking at that one, and Sean looking at that one. So I'm like, what are they looking at? So instead, let's take a look at them. So read the console. The time can only be reached by submitting to the greater power, so we may ascend to a form that words cannot be described. Come, do not fear what cannot be understood by the lesser mind. Embrace it instead. Wholeheartedly, only then may we attain the knowledge of our multiverse, that through our presence, our body vessel is incapable of absorbing it. Join me, rid yourselves of which restrain you and hold you back from your true victory. Free yourself from the shackles of the Arcanian rigor, give to the ether, and let it fight to you. Friends, I know that you're frightened, that you doubt the efficiencies and the ethics of the leap of faith we're about to be taken. But we must trust the law research. It is no coincidence that it has so far propelled, I can't pronounce that, into the golden age. So let us go further together as one. So there. I say, this one over here, read console. I wonder. Oh, that's right. I set my. I'm riding hurriedly as I sense the end is near. I see no other path forward than resorting to experimental biological fusion as a means of preventing cybernetic supremacy. What I had doubt the inevitable onslaught is now upon us. If my calculations are correct, then we will all soon be sticking as one. Our individuality will be squeezed out by the enemy's poison, but our knowledge and our legacy will be preserved. I hope. Farewell, Kunana. You shall now be Einonad, Balar. The author is marked as MIA in one of the entities. And then Sloan, read the console. Such victories are not only of the body, but of the mind. As the doctrine involved, it was further perfected. Scholarly texts such as the origin could no longer be allowed to exist, as they contradict the very nature of the either. Splinter factions of the Arcanian loyalists questioning the benefits of our fusion and have since been eradicated. As far as we know, no one remains, and not even the author of the origin, which has since been destroyed and removed from the Ether archives entirely. Text continues. The rest is unreadable. And there it is. Aetherian Legionus. I can't pronounce that. So yeah, like I said, last time standing here, you saw that one, so I started running around planting them, but as I was coming back to plant the fourth one, that's when I noticed all these captains, standing here by these glowies, and I'm like, what are the captains standing there for, and what are those glowies? So yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and plant these things.
One pattern enhancer placed. 3 to go.
Two.
Hang on, sensors are picking up an incoming energy signature.
Yep, here she comes.
Why do you choose senselessness? You could have ascended and joined us.
Damn it, we've been teleported to the other side. There goes step 1 of our plan.
She's got Sean, Corin, and Jarak in the stasis hold. We can't let her fuse them.
We to take down this construct to release the captains.
Break, stand, and become one.
Looks like the constructs become vulnerable to our attack.
That was a close one. Let's see what this construct's made of.
Released. And not a moment too soon. These Aetherians are insufferable.
I'd sooner be fed to the Kuskari of Grethor than delay this battle any longer.
Heads up, constructs vulnerable to our attacks again.
Extinction eludes us. The ether endures.
We need to lower these containment fields to reach Tassin Fey.
Good thing I kept the access codes. On it.
Yeah, let's grab the loot. Again.
She's teleported us again.
And she's called in drones for backup. We need to take her out.
Corin, Drock, let's dethrone this drone.
You thought this would be enough to stop us?
She's on the move again, and she's shielding herself.
I'll lower the next containment field. All right, let's head for the final containment field.
And here we go again.
If we don't place that final pattern enhancer, she could beam out. I'm on it.
You lack harmony, guidance.
Yeah, I lack harmony, cohesion, greatness. It'll be my undoing. I've heard it all before.
Final pattern enhancer placed. She's trapped. Damn it! She keeps jumping around to restore her shields. She's rerouting power to them.
It's her halo. It's an energy redistribution node. We have to take it out.
I can remodulate a pattern enhancer to disrupt her defenses. You get that halo.
7 of 9. You sought perfection once. Why do you seek it no longer? Consider our offer.
An offer involves consent, something you're unfamiliar with. Time is up, bitch.
She puts up a good fight, I'll give her that. Shame it's not enough to break our resolve.
Pattern enhancer remodulated. Her shield is down. It's now or never.
Hugh, Sean, cover us. It's time to finish this fight. Corin, Jirok, let's knock that halo off.
Finally.
There is no one left to fight beside you. The galaxy has torn itself apart.
You were just another tyrant clinging to control, Syfy.
And your tyranny ends now!
And the Klingon does the final kill.
Restrain her.
Lowering the reactor core's containment field.
I'm hooked up. Drag her over.
You will not defuse the Aetherians.
It's for the best, syfy.
Think of it like this. You get to be the savior of your people.
It's your lucky day, Borg Queen.
Queen?
Security parameters disabled. Initiating transfer.
Inputting the modified neurolytic pathogen into the core's data stream.
No. No! We will not allow it!
You must comply.
We must not. We must protect the ether.
Watch out! She's modifying the injection stream.
It's too late. I'm in.
Yep, she's in alright. And there they are. Some elite force.
Chimerans! With security parameters disabled, they must have located the Harmony.
Did it work?
Not on the core, maybe on Syfy. Too early to tell.
Captains, call your ships. We're getting out of here.
Commander Kiona, this is Captain Sean. Prepare to plot a course for Deep Space Nine. We're heading back.
Thanks for the ride back. Looks like your ship didn't suffer any malfunctions on the way. Lucky. You really had everybody's back today. Knowing you can be counted on even in the worst situations, well, that's as rare as a Vulcan smile. When you have a moment, the director and I would like to talk to you about Tassine Faye's future. Right now, though, I think your command wants to speak with you.
Right, I'll check in with Chancellor Laurel. Teacher Chancellor.
Despite the challenges you faced on your mission, you return a champion. Tassine Faye is imprisoned in one of the station's brigs. As for the eventual fate of the Harmony, it remains contested. I believe we should return to the Midas Array and fight to retrieve it, so we may station it at Kittimer for observation. However, Proconsul Detan urges caution. He wishes for the Cooperative to study the ship from a distance, under the supervision of Director Hugh. Admiral Quinn, as usual, seems to favor this indirect approach.
Continue.
I hear from Captain Koren that you have brought great honor to your house and saved many warriors. You have earned my respect and that of the Klingon Empire once more. Kapla!
You get 11 subtitles. Each of them send an extra $50 in ore to you. Counselor Laurel, it's an honor to serve the Klingon Defense Force. Glory to you and the Empire. Speak to the captain.
You fought valiantly aboard the Bortiskew and the Harmony. It is a pity we withdrew. We could have taken these chimerans, blade in hand, I am sure of it. Some say these creatures are able to terraform entire Borg cubes. If the tales are true, then they are foes worthy of song. I would gladly give my life to see such an abomination with my own eyes. Wouldn't you?
Unite in luck. I have a feeling this is not our last encounter with the Canarians. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the Canarians So yes, the Canadians, as you can see, Elite Force that now came out and basically September 15, 2000, this everything else and all. And you're fighting the Dorg. The iron rifle that you create is created to fight the Dorgs, this everything else and all. So as you're fighting the Dorgs, that's when you find out that, wait a minute, it's not the Dorg that we're dealing with, that's everything else and all. No, instead, it's something else. Now, if you go to GOG, yes, it's on sale. So on GOG, you can get this for $7.49. Now, here's the cool thing. Yes, a lot of the old Star Trek games are DOS games, so you had to have Windows 98 to play it. Now, a lot of these games came out toward the end of the 98 days, but a lot of them came out on XP. But if you still had your Windows 98 copy and you had, like a dual boot kind of going, where you had a Windows 98 running on one side and dual booting also into Windows XP, you was able to play these games, because again, a lot of these old Star Trek games were DOS, Windows 98 DOS, but most of them came out when Windows XP was being pushed. To do dual booting on Windows 98 and Windows XP, yes, you was able to play this game, So yes, the Canarians were actually the real threat. Yes, you're fighting the Borg, yes, you're fighting the other stuff, everything else and all. So, as you can see, these are screenshots, and Now, gotta remember, this came out when Windows 98 / Windows XP came out, so you're dealing with that kind of, graphics that not. But one thing about GOG is they had updated it and improved it, so if you've got a Windows 10 computer or Windows 11, guess what? You're going to be able to play this on your Windows 10 or Windows 11, and you can see the inode right there. You got to create the site.org. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's where the Canarians came out. Because again, it was not really the Dorgs who was the threat, it's everything else. Yes, the Dorg were basically trying to assimilate the Canarian, that's everything else and all. But that as you're fighting and leveling up and exploring, that's when you find out that yes, you're actually on a space station. The Dorg, for some reason, found, okay, we can assimilate the space station and take everything out of it, but then find out these creatures who are like biological, but also organic as well, this everything else. So the Dorg is like, hey, this is a worthy foe, this, that, and all. So at the end, yes, you're fighting these creatures, this, everything else, that basically, now here's the funny thing. The Undine challenged the Dorg and beat the crap out of the Dorg. These guys did the same thing. They were challenging the Dorg and defeating the Dorg, but yet the Dorg kept trying to assimilate them, kept trying to take them over and assimilate them into their collective, this, that, and all. So, yeah. So, that's who the Canarians are. Alright, talk to the Romulan captain.
Thank you for repairing the Lisette. That ship means more to me than words can say. As for what the Aetherians intended to do with our Singularity Core, I'd rather not speculate too much. My science officer, Neril, will be drawing up a full report. Suffice to say, it is clear they intended to use the Midas Array to their advantage somehow. They seem focused on sabotaging and acquiring new technology. Not unusual for the Borg, I suppose.
Well, it looks like the Canarians backed into it. Let's hope the report provides us more details about what's going on. Now, talk to Captain Sean.
Without your help, the Enterprise would have been a goner. Speaking of, looks like the Midas Array is now under quarantine. The array has been overtaken by the Chimerans. We're starting to recognize more of their signals over long-range sensors. It's not looking good, I'll give you that. But I'm confident we've made progress today. Oh, before you go, on my bridge, one of the Aetherian drones said something to me that took me aback. It's as if it knew who I was. My life story. I think you know what I'm getting at. I'm lucky to be alive.
Yeah, Aetherians used, Tasha Tate used some of the crew members. I noticed that some aboard the Klingon ship, you know, my condolences, Captain, the sacrifice won't be in vain. Alright, so now did the optional, but you had to talk to the commanders, so we did the optional. Now we need to talk to Hugh. Yeah, talk to Hugh.
Thanks for checking back in with us. This was quite a mission, and I have a feeling our efforts have only just begun. My own de-assimilation bordered on traumatic. I ended up bringing my individuality back to a collective that was very ill-prepared for it. It caused widespread chaos and violence. We need to be careful about how we decide to move forward. Perhaps defusing syfy88man alone was for the best. I shudder to think of a galaxy full of unfused Aetherians who, well, lack guidance.
Continue.
He's not wrong. Liberating a Borg is no joke, and the start is the worst of it. But what first seems like a curse eventually becomes a gift. During my time aboard Voyager, I learned the value of individuality, but also the strength of personal connection. In the end, it became apparent to me that you don't need a hive mind to understand the real meaning of unity. Anyway, I'm glad we had you along for the ride today. It's easy for us liberated Borg to get carried away when dealing with another collective. It's so personal, you need someone with a fresh perspective to keep you level-headed.
Can't imagine how difficult it is to defuse an unwilling Borg queen, but I'm glad we were there. Later.
How are you doing, Tassine Faye?
She's refused to talk so far.
Give her time. Patience. It'll get better.
You know, I've been where you are right now. Longing to go back to a chorus of comforting voices. Frustrated at my lack of agency. But in the end, liberation was the only way forward. It gave me back so many things that I'd forgotten I needed. I see you remain unconvinced. But what's so different between being controlled by an ether and being told what to do by the Alliance until you can make up your own mind? At least once you're liberated, you'll be free to decide how to live your life. That's more than what I got at times. Well, I'll be back same time tomorrow, Tassine Faye.
Faye.
What did you say?
Faye was my name. Tassine is just a title.
Right. Queen.
No. We have no corporeal queen. Diffusing me was pointless. You achieved nothing.
What we achieve is helping you. And every other drone. One person at a time. Until every Borg is liberated. And no one is left behind.
Irrelevant. Impossible. Someone is always left behind. That is why the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Well, maybe. But the whole would be nothing without all of its parts. I hope that in time you'll see that. Same time tomorrow. Faye.
I'm contacting you from Deep Space Nine to report that our mission has been a partial success. Tassine Faye is under our supervision and making progress, slowly but surely. Although it appears she's not the Aetherian Borg Queen after all. Seven is working together with the Alliance to oversee her diffusion process, and we expect answers soon. The process has been both a strain on the station psychologically and in terms of resources. It's clear Tassine Faye does not trust us yet. As for the Midas Array, I received a report from Commander Jirok's Science Officer Narrow. It appears the Aetherians were attempting to use both the array and the Lisette Singularity Core to open a rift in space-time. It's difficult to understand their motives. We are unable to collect more data for now, as both the Midas Array and the Harmony are swarming with Chimerans. The Alliance has sent some of their best fleets over to contain the situation, but reports of Chimerans have already surfaced from other systems. Seven and I will reach out to our allies to understand who we can call in to assist with these Chimeran incursions. I'll contact you if any more information comes to light. Do not hesitate to do the same, should we be of use to you.
Yep, so as you can see, we now completed. You get the daily completed. You get 79 civilian outfit and a Odyssey tactical dash. And there it is. Corporation is brutal. Yeah, so let's go ahead and delete the junk. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so let's see what our intended are. So you're gonna do Tachyon on the ground, Doth on the ground. Alright, we're gonna reload this. And Doth ships. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump to okay, let's go up to here, take care of that Tachyon, get nothing. Alright, while we're flying, I'll be right back. I need to get a tea refill, so I'll be right back while we're flying. Okay. You got any retail of tea? Yeah. Let's clean down. Okay, so we took out the ton again. We need to switch that. Alright, so we need to do Tachyon damage, Disruptor, Plasma, Tachyon. There, completed. Alright, now we need to go to the Delta Quadrant, because that's where you'll find the Jaguar. Down in the Gadol system. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta do something. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah. So yep, this is where you'll find the Jaguar. Yeah, alright, run over here. This is glowing for some reason. There, completed. We can leave. Okay, I think it's got a timer. Yep, it's in the timer. Yep, cooldown. Now there's duty officers in your traits, so you can get rid of it quicker. The Lord engine helps a little bit. But yeah, there's different ways to get around that cooldown faster. Okay, 1 minute, come on. There it is, 60 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next going at the Allied Zone. Alright, so as you can see, we have to kill DOS ship. So you're gonna go to the ground zone area. And don't click on the first one. The first one will take you to the Undine Zone, the Space Zone. No, you don't want that one. You're just gonna leave this one right here. And there is DOS ships floating around this thing at all times. As you can see, there's one right there. Get rid of the repair ship, because the repair ship will bring cruisers back online. Alan, rather than. $22. Get the next one. $27. There's 28. Do 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 do. $28, $29, $30, got it. Got it completed. Ah, another there shit? Well... Alright, so that's all the endeavors. Yeah, let's see how far that gets us. Wow, really? Alright, so yes, like I said, that's the that everything else. Now I'm gonna break, go get me something to eat, this, and all. Now when I come back, here's the thing, when I come back, now as you can see, I've got two characters. I've got this guy who's 65, but you'll notice he's playing the Miranda. Yes, he is still doing the starting story stuff, so he is not able to do the story yet. But I've got this guy who is 65, but he's not done the Kings and Queens storyline. So when I come back, we're going to be taking this guy out, doing the Kings and Queens, and again, like I said, me and Aaron started talking. They keep saying, Luther the Thorg, you know, so I'm kind of curious. If you play as the Luther the Thorg again, to get the Luther the Thorg, you have to be a lifetime number to get the Luther the Thorg. So I am a lifetime, I've also been here since the start. I was there back in 2010 when they was, you know, testing the game, this, that, and all. So, yeah, I've been here since the start of Star Trek Online. But to get the Liberator, you have to be a lifetime number, which I am, as you can see. So this guy has not done the Kings and Queens. He's kind of starting it. So when I come back, we're going to be picking this guy out, because I'm kind of curious. If you play as the Liberator, do you get extra dialogue as the Liberator? That's what I'm wondering. So... like I said, I'm going to go get me something to eat, this, that, and all. When I come back, we'll be picking this guy out. And again, like I said, today, yep, like I said, if you're part of the Dean team, yes, every Saturday we call it Saturday, just everything else and all. Yeah, so yeah, every Saturday we call it Saturday. Usually Alexander TC gives away a Elgato string deck, but not today. Today it's a PC. But you gotta be part of the team, and also in a minimum of 3 hours to get this computer. Now yes, this is kind of a mid-range computer, just everything else. So when I come back, hopefully, with me doing the Kings and Queens storyline on the Luther.org, hopefully that will get me into the running on getting this PC. So yeah, I'm going to break, go get me something to eat. When I come back, we'll be picking this up, and hopefully this could be like 3 hours that I need to get me in the running to this computer. But again, like I said, it's not Saturday, it's Saturday, and it's not an Elgato Stream Deck, it's a PC this time. But you gotta be part of the team to get this. So again, like I said, yep, part of the team. I had definitely streamed on this. So yeah, I'm gonna go get me something to eat this now when I come back. Now this computer will be given away October 25th. Again, you have to be part of the team to get this computer. So this one will be given away October 25th. Whereas this one is given away today. So you gotta be part of the team and stream a minimum of 3 hours, as you can see. Alright, well, like I said, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. When I come back, we will be picking up the story that as a liberated Borg and see if there's any extra dialogue as a liberated Borg. So, I'll be right back. I need food. Alright, so yes, I use Streamlabs to do my streaming. There's my affiliate code to Streamlabs. Otherwise, check out those other links. That first link is my Dean account, which again, like I said, if you're using Rustream, you're old school. Rustream is $19. Dean is $3.95. But if you do your minimum of 4 hours and you got a sponsor and you're part of the Dean team, I'm an affiliate. I'm hoping to get partnership soon, but I'm an affiliate. So, yeah. Each month, I do my minimum of 4 hours, and Logitech is my sponsor. So at the end of the month, Logitech pays the $3.95 to me because I do my minimum of 4 hours each day. So at the end of the month, Logitech pays to me. And again, like I said, Rustream is $19, Dean is $3.95, and here's where the thing is. Yes, with Dean, you can stream everywhere. With Rustream, you only can stream to 5 places for $19. 5 places versus Dean, where with Dean, I'm streaming to 12 places. With Dean versus Rustream, only 5 places. So yes, join the Dean team and get with the program. Alright, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. When I come back, we'll jump on my liberated Borg and do the grind to see the storyline and see if there's anything extra as a liberated Borg, but also doing my 3 hours that I need for the PC. Alright, be right back. I need food.